Peace, fam. This left side of the brain. How y'all doing today? I got a lot of stuff to talk about today. Where do we begin? First of all, I like to thank everybody for the comments you've been leaving. Very, very informative, well thought out questions. I'm really loving it. I like to say thank everybody for liking the videos. To all of the new subscribers, thank you. A lot of times people don't thank their subscribers on channels, but you know, you should thank the people, because without you, why should I do this? You know what I mean? Without me doing this and it making sense, why should I do it? I shouldn't even do it. Anyway, how y'all doing today? Once again, I'm on another nature trail, and more insights came to me today. You can probably tell by my voice that I'm in good spirits. I'm in a very good mood. The voice can't lie. Your voice is almost like the sound of an engine. You know a car is bad if it's sounding bad. It's clanking. And so as soon as I walk past this intersection, because I see someone right there, I don't like to really talk in front of a lot of people, for obvious reasons that you all know what we talk about and I've already explained. See, on this channel, each time it's a growing process. You know me through my information, and you know how left side of the brain get down. You know the things I'm gonna say, and you should know by now I don't talk around a lot of people. I hear a lot of leaves and things breaking. Let me get to my favorite part of the trail. Okay, now I'm ready to go. Engine cranked up. Let's get it. This is what I want to talk about. Staying within your shell. Staying within your shell. What do you mean by this, left side of the brain? Stand within your shell. Okay, this is what I mean. Let's take your skin, for instance. Your skin is an organ. Man, who is this behind me talking? Would you shut up? She ain't talking about nothing. Just a bunch of background noise, and all of a sudden she want to follow me down this end. Let me wait till she pass, y'all. Damn.
Like, you know, drop. Something like that for us. How you doing?
Hey.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look at her, y'all. You see what I'm saying? I was out here trying to have peace, and then I be telling y'all, man, this stuff is not coincidence, man. This stuff, it ain't no such thing as coincidences in this universe. I ain't trying to be selfish. She has the right to be out here, but god damn it, she was sent this way. Talking all that bullshit. Going down the path so I can talk to the people. Damn. All right. I can still hear her. Damn. Okay. What do I mean by staying within your shell? What I mean is, your skin is an organ. Your skin is a protective barrier between germs on the outside from getting in. That's what your skin is. Now, remember how I say everything in this physical realm is an example or a metaphor for how the spiritual world operates. Now, a turtle has a shell. The reason for that turtle shell is to protect it. If that turtle came from out of its shell, then that turtle would be in danger. It'll be in harm. It'll be vulnerable to attack or getting hurt or crushed or injured. Now, just like that, Your skin is a protection, but here's the kicker right here. Remember how I was saying loneliness, embrace your loneliness? Well, it's more to it. That loneliness is a shell. That's what that loneliness is. It's a shell. It's a protection. What is it protecting you from? Remember how I say ignorance is evil? Ignorant people can get you into trouble. And remember earlier I was saying how I don't like speaking in front of people? Okay, it's all about to tie in right now. Your solitude is a shell. It protects you from a lot of things happening to you, like a lot of negative things. You avoid a lot of negative things by simply staying to yourself. It is a shell. Now, let's get into some sex education 101. It's a terminology in sex we used to use in high school. It's like, hey man, did you hit that raw? What did that mean? Did you hit it? Did you hit it raw? What that mean? Did you have sex with a woman without a condom on? I'm using a metaphor here. Did you have sex with a woman without a condom on? No, man, I didn't do it. Cool, dog. You can't trust these women. Why? Because they be carrying diseases, man. So how you hit it? With a condom. You put a rubber on. So what I'm saying now is when you are engaging with organic portals, you cannot do it being real with them. In other words, real means it's a metaphor for raw. Raw, with no condom, with no shell, with no protection. You can't go into them like penetrating a woman without a rubber on. You can't penetrate them without protection. Why? Because just like having unprotected sex, you can pick up a lot of STDs, social transmitted diseases, not sexual. We're using a metaphor here. You can pick up a lot of STDs, socially transmitted diseases. Now, remember how I was saying I don't like to talk in front of these people? I'm about to tie it in. Why? Because I don't want to get infected by them. How can you get infected by them left side of the brain by talking in front of them? Because talking in front of them about stuff like this is the equivalent of having raw, unprotected sex. Because I'm being my real self in front of them, my raw self without a condom on. You get it? And because of that, they could take this information and infect me with my own words. This type of communication can get you, you can say something that might be taken the wrong way. Because when you are speaking like this, people will say that you are crazy, you are grandiose, something is wrong with you. And you already know that's going to make, you're going to trip the wires. Like I always say, you're going to trip the wires in this matrix, this organic portal realm. And then all of their eyes going to be watching you. Because you allowed yourself to be infected, or you was too real around fake people. Don't be real around fake people. What does the Bible say? It says, do not cast your pearls before swine. And that's exactly what it is saying. You got to always deal with these people using your common sense. Let's take a moment. Today's program is brought to you by nature itself. Sorry for the commercial break, but maybe TV need to start doing this more. So let me be the first one. Look at this beautiful nature. Today's broadcast is brought to you by nature itself. Look at this. Because without this, I wouldn't even be able to speak. Because these trees give me the oxygen to speak. It cleans the air, the water. Nothing can substitute for water. We need this for life itself. So I like to thank you, water. Thank you, environment, for allowing me to breathe and to bring this beautiful lecture to the people Thank you for this sanctuary that I'm in, because we spoke about this last time. This is the sanctuary right here. This is church we having out here in the sanctuary. Out here in the sanctuary. Now, back to the lesson. You can't be real with these people. You have to put that condom on when you go into these people. When you in your jobs, you got to penetrate these people with the condom on. Okay? Now look, while I'm talking, some people are coming up the trail. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to quiet down. This is an example. So I'm going to kind of pan around and you're going to see them. So if they try to attack me or something, you all will have the last bits of evidence of what happened to left side of the brain. No, I'm just joking. But it's just 3 teenagers, so we're gonna quiet down for a second. What's going on, man? Yeah, so they so we out here in nature. Okay, they're headed that way. So you see how I quieted down? Not out of fear, but out of what? Say it. What's the answer? Not out of fear, but out of what? Using what? Our senses, our higher senses. We're starting to use our higher senses, because if we're not going to use this information, what's the use, man? Like, this channel is not about just exposing clones in Hollywood. You know, I see some channels, they just posting pictures. Oh, this person is a clone. This person, so what? All these organic portals are clones. You ain't saying nothing about saying that. You know what I'm saying? I could do that if I really wanted to. Just, oh, this person is a clone. This person, what does that have to do with maneuvering and operating throughout all of this? You see what I'm saying? Like, so what is that if that person is a clone? Or how many times are y'all going to tell us that? This ain't what this channel is about. It's about how to operate day to day. And it's nobody else doing this, man. That's why I make these videos, because for every void in the universe, there has to be something to fill that space. Look on the ground itself. Every inch of this is filled up with something. And I'm just the one filling up this space with this information. So, like I was saying, you have to be smart out here, man. Your spiritual IQ levels have to be off of the hinges, because we are up against a very sophisticated system. And this is another thing I would like to add. You know how elevated we think we are? But guess what? These demons out here, they just as elevated. I'm going to say that again. Y'all probably never heard that. These demons out here you are dealing with, they know the truth to everything. They know the truth of what left side of the brain is saying. Why you think they take the time to unplug? Why you think they removed my channel the last time? These demons out here, they know when you are saying the truth. They're not stupid. So even these people on your jobs and your day-to-day, they already know you. They know who you are. You know why? Because them demons, they've been around since the time of the great falling away. Okay? And if I'm panning around a little bit, that's because I'm standing up and I'm holding my device like in my hand. But anyway, those demons, they've known you from the beginning of time. And it's not like they deny what you're saying. They just don't want what you're saying to get to the masses of people. Not the masses of old people. They don't want it to penetrate into the youth. That's why most of the programming is targeted to the younger generation. Because the older people, they just die out and they leave. They die out, leave. So they target the younger generation. Okay? Because when you get old, most old people sitting up in the rest home, they no longer a factor in the programming. You know, people just making money off them at that point. You know, because basically that's all they want us to do in this world. They just want us to be born. Then somebody make money off of us when we sick, when we in the pharmacy. By the way, check out that video I did when I was in the pharmacy. They just want us dead, taking pharmaceuticals, or in the hospital, or in the prison somewhere. And then you get old and die. So that's why they target the youth. All right. So all I'm saying is you have to be smart out here, man. You gotta wear your spiritual condoms. Gotta have your spiritual condoms on. By the way, there's another person coming, but he's far down there. And I'm gonna give y'all another secret too. When people coming around you, you know how for everything that the light does, the darkness does as well. In this sense of what I'm saying light as positive, darkness as anyway, the false light. Anything that the real light does, the true light, the false light tries to imitate. So let me give you an example. It's a scripture in the Bible that says, beware of how you treat strangers, because you never know when you may be engaging with an angel. Okay. And what I tell y'all about those demons, they know everything. They used to be a part of the eternal family. Okay. During the time of the great falling away, did its own thing when the diverse was created. If you don't know what diverse means, go back to that video I did, the great falling away. I'll talk about the diverse and the universe. But anyway, what happens is they already know the formula, the techniques of how the true light realm or the anti-organic portal realm, they know how it operates. So there's a scripture in the Bible that says that beware how you treat strangers, because you might be engaging an angel. Now, in the same sense, beware how you engage strangers, because you very well may be entertaining a demon in human form. So that's why sometimes when people walk past, I don't think it's by coincidence. And it just don't have to be for this situation. Even when I'm not recording and I'm just out in every day and I could just be shopping, and then all of a sudden somebody just pops out of nowhere. You know, some of these people you encounter, they just basically walked out of a dimensional portal and just popped up beside you. Telling y'all, this stuff happens. Sometimes you might be driving down the street. Notice every day in your life, you see a different person that you've never seen before. You think all these people are real? A lot of these people, a lot of these cars, even some of the planes you see flying in the sky, just be coming out of different wormholes and just coming through this dimension, and then they'll just fly out and be in and out like that. That's what it be most of the time. And y'all don't think it's true, but it's true. There's no such thing as stretching the truth when it comes to this, because this world is like this, man. It's so much to this, man. Like I say, this organic portal information is still in the infancy. It's still in the infantile stages. So it's so much that can be said. It's so many books that can be written on this. It's so many new terminologies that can come out. And I plan to drop a lot of books. By the end of this summer, I'm going to drop a book. I'm already working on a book right now. So let me know how many of you all would support that book. Because if I do it, I want to know that I'm going to have the support. But yeah, these things, man, it's not by coincidence. It's by divine plan. And the enemy used to be a part of the good side. They fell away. And they still know y'all see that right there? It's something swimming in the water. It had its head up. I don't know if that's a beaver or what that could be. Wow. Hope it ain't the swamp thing. No, I'm just kidding. But the enemy used to be a part of the good side. And just like a rebel army. Let me give y'all a good example. Just like a rebel army. Okay, you know how you might have a military and then the country will divide and it'll be a military coup that'll take place, and a rebel general may overthrow the government and take over the country. They learned their military training from when they used to be a part of the country. That's what I'm saying. So they know all of the reconnaissance. They know all of the how to do, what's the name of them, those all of the Army Ranger type of maneuvering and the Navy SEAL. They know all of that stuff. So what they do is they would just use it against you. Yo, check this out. I'm gonna walk over here. I think this is a beaver or something. Do y'all see it? Look right there. You see it? What in the world is that? Yeah, y'all know I'm out here in real nature right now. I'm in the sanctuary for real. Look right there. Yeah, that's a beaver. That's a beaver. I didn't know this video was going to turn to a National Geographic video. Left side of the brain, National Geographic channel. Yeah, that's a beaver. Look, that's a beaver. I didn't even know this was going to happen today. Wow, this is nice for the footage. That's a beaver. He's eating on a leaf. And look, y'all, since I'm on this beaver, I might as well make something out of this. He's in solitude. He got everything he need. He got his food. He by himself. You know how I said I got the Jaguar mascot? And I was saying, choose you an animal mascot to represent yourself. Because everything in nature is a compare and contrast of everything in nature. Y'all see him? He's swimming away now. That's a beaver. In solitude. Or maybe I should title this video Loch Ness Sea Monster and get 6 million views. See the beaver swimming away? Wow, that's neat. Yeah, man. This is the type of stuff, like, if you got a lot of stress on your mind, this is what you should do. Like, go into that sanctuary, man, and just escape this world, man. Because when you come out into these trees, you know how the trees, they block the sunlight out. Okay, that's like a metaphor for coming into the woods to block out everything in the organic portal realm. When you're in the woods, you're blocking out a lot of negativity, because those people don't like to enter. They don't like to enter into the woods. Most city people, they're not going to come into the woods. You know what I'm saying? They afraid of mosquitoes. We so taken away from nature that people are afraid to go on nature walks. They're afraid to go hiking. They're afraid to go hunting or camping out, cooking marshmallows over the fire. You know, I used to camp out when I was young. We used to camp and set up tent. Like, this is the most beautiful part of life, man. So that's how you know everything I'm saying is real, because the most beautiful part of life is solitude. When you on vacation, it's just that we need to do that for real, not just taking a vacation for a week, but getting away every day, creating a new mentality or mindset of, okay, I'm gonna go to work and then I'm gonna get away. I'm gonna go to work, then I'm gonna go exercise. I'm gonna go to work, then I'm gonna take a nature walk. You have to start building this new this new life, you know what I'm saying? This new lifestyle, because I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Only thing this world wants, they just want to kill you. They make money from you. Take. Make enough money from you. And then it's next. Basically, it's like sex. They fuck you over, they fuck you, and they on to the next trick. They on to the next trick to fuck up their life. And then it's next. Then they on to the next trick. And then you out here trying to impress them. You out here trying to be Mr. Mrs. Popular. You trying to be the spotlight. I don't want to be the center of attention. Why? Why you want everybody eyes on you? I don't want to be the center of attention. Hey, Mr. Beaver. He's back again. Oh, he just dipped. While we on animals, I came to my house one night and I seen this black cat. There he go again. I seen this black cat, right? And as soon as he seen me, he ran. You know why he ran? Because he didn't trust me. And I thought to myself, I said, you know what? That's kind of funny, because that's what I need to start doing. And sometimes I do that anyway. I'll be out and then I'll be grocery shopping or something. And then I might see somebody coming up the aisle that I was about to walk down. You know what I'll do? I'll just, in my mind, I'll just cut corners and go somewhere else. They'll see me and they'll be like, they don't know why I didn't go down that aisle. I don't give them a reason. I just avoid them and just go down another aisle. Or I will walk all around the grocery store, then come up the aisle from the other end, so I don't have to come down the aisle. They coming up one way looking at me and I'm looking at them. And then it's an awkward moment. I don't even like interfacing these people like that. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I don't even like dealing with these people. And I just make these videos because right now I'm free as can be. I'm just as free as that beaver. When you in nature, man, everything is equal. If it wasn't for money and having to go to work and all of that type of stuff, man, everything would be equal. Right now, for this little moment, for whatever it's worth, I'm in nature with this beaver, and we doing the same thing. He basically in a swimming pool. You see him? He's just in a big swimming pool. He ain't worrying about no organic portals, none of that stuff. He ain't worried about anything. He just out here swimming. He got an Olympic-sized pool all by himself. Look at him. Just chilling, man. When you out in nature and you connected to nature, everything is on the same level. But when you are outside of nature, that's when you create the world where people overkill animals, they pollute the water. You know why they feel like that? Because they feel disconnected from it. And when you disconnected from something, oh man, look at that. That's one of them like albatross crane like birds. But when you disconnected from nature, shit, I might title this video a nature video. Get me about 6 million views. Shit, I'll come up with some type of fancy title. But yeah, when you in nature, man, you feel connected to everything. But when you are when you living outside of nature, you don't feel connected to it, and therefore you don't feel. Perfect example. If you let somebody borrow your shoes, they don't care, because it's not their shoes. They're going to wear your shoes. They're going to walk your shoes to the ground. They're going to have holes in the bottom of your shoes. They're going to play basketball in them, wash their car in them, cut grass in them, and then bring them back to you. And you can be like, man, I let you borrow my shoes for the night, and look at you. Because they don't care, because they don't feel connected to it. So that's why the world is like it is, because you know, these cities and these industries and this industrial world has raped the environment around us. You know, they call it an economy because everything they sell from us, it comes out of the ecosystem. So that's why the root word for economy is eco, because everything comes up out of the ecosystem, right? And they don't give a damn, man. But like I said, when you out in nature, everything is equal. Everything is equal, man. And that's why when they come up on tribes of people who still live like their ancestors did, they go in the Amazon, different parts in Africa where the people still live like they lived hundreds and hundreds of years ago, those nomadic tribes and stuff. It surprises the people who come across them, the modern day people. Why are these people so peaceful, but yet they don't have anything? Because they're not looking at it like we look at it. Our minds have been tampered with. All of our minds. You watching this, you got a cell phone. My mind has been tampered with. Your mind. In order to be healed, you got to admit things. My mind has been tampered with. Your mind has been tampered with. We're not living like our ancestors did. We are so cut away from the umbilical cord that we forget where we came from. You see? So animals, they have to actually live in this water. He actually has to live in that water. So he wouldn't have like oil spills and those type of things. He wouldn't dump oil in his own water where he lives because he feel connected to it. But see, when you abuse something, it's because you don't feel connected to it. You abuse it because you don't love it. You get what I'm saying? And that's maybe he even listening to me. How I know that ain't an ancestor or something in the form of a beaver. It sounds far out, right? But didn't the Indians believe in spirits in the animals that can come and protect you? Jaguar. Why you think they came up with stuff like that? Why you think they came up with stuff like that? Because even now, as I sit out here, if you ever took a nature trail, voyage, venture, or whatever, you will begin to be able to start to speak to the things around you. You'll hear the crickets in the background. It'll be just like a music. The animals, you become more personal with them. You start to relate to them more and more. So that's why when you look at ancient societies, they made animal figures and figurines, and they explain things with animals. It's called anamorphism. When you give human nature to animals to tell a story. If I said it wrong, I think it's anamorphism. Anamorphism. Somebody probably listening know, but I believe it's anamorphism, like how they would represent certain things with animals to tell stories or to, relay a moral message. Like, for instance, the Bible took the lion as the tribe of Judah, and how I use the jaguar as my mascot. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's an animal theme in nature that I apply to myself. That shows my connection. You get what I'm saying? So that's what it's about, man. It's more than just spitting terminology. That's nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's more than just saying, oh, this person is a clone. This person is a organic robotoid. This person is organic portal. Okay, then what? You still running your mouth around them. You still trying to be they friends. You still having children with them. So what's the use of learning all this if you still going to do the same things? It would be pointless. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to end this video right here. We're going to sign out with this beaver. Let him get his spotlight. Anything you want to say? Anything you want to say? All right, he said peace out, y'all. This left side of the brain signing out.